everyone, it's Christine, long time no see, and welcome back to ParanormalTV. Welcome if you're new. So I was gonna dress nicely for my welcome back video, but I was like, that's just not who I am. If you guys have been around for a little while, you know that I'm like, most of the time I'm in t-shirts. Sometimes I want to dress nice. Today is not one of those days. So I'm wearing an oversized t-shirt. And when I say oversized, I mean it's like 3 or 4 sizes too big, but it's comfortable and I'm not going anywhere, so I'm gonna wear it. This is like coming back video. I was gone for a little bit. If you've noticed my departure, I was gone for pretty much all of December. I was not exactly in the headspace for YouTube. I don't know. It just was like, I wasn't in it. I was not in it. I have been doing infusions and I just wasn't feeling all that great in December, and I just couldn't like focus in December. So I decided, instead of half-assing videos or just not being into it, I should say, and producing things I didn't care about, I was just going to step back, take a break. I did get bronchitis. It wasn't as bad. If you've been around for a while, you've probably heard me say how many times I've gotten bronchitis. You're probably like, girl, again. Yes, again, I get it every year, multiple times a year. But this year wasn't too bad. That's because I've been doing some infusions to bring up my antibodies. Sorry, I just had vertigo. I had a sinus infection as well the last couple weeks in December. That's clearing up. If I sound a little funky, it's because I still am a little bit sick. Oh, guys, I do have like Christmas decorations out still. I started putting them away, and I have my antibiotics out and everything, so like, excuse me, I'm not prepared at all. I'm not prepared. So I wanted this to be a positive video, and 2019 was a decent year. I look back at it and I think I had a pretty good year, and people will tell me like, girl, what? You had a hard year. And then I think back, I'm like, oh, I did have a hard year. But I had a lot of great things happen. I did have a really bad bout with my chronic illness, and I was really sick, and I was fighting for my life essentially in 2019 throughout the summer pretty much. And even before the summer, really, I started to feel really crappy, and I knew that it was coming. I can tell. But I wrote down 19 great things that happened to me in 2019, and I want to share them with you. And I also wrote down 20 things that I am looking forward to happening in 2020, or I want to happen in 2020. So the first thing is, I celebrated my 2nd wedding anniversary with my husband. Obviously, who else would I celebrate that with? And my husband is the most important person in my life. I love him so much, and he is like, he's my person, you know what I mean? So I did grow my YouTube channel. I made it over 1,000 subscribers, and I was really proud about that because I do work pretty hard. I know that I have taken a couple breaks, and I needed to leave a few times for myself, for my health, for my mental state, whatever it may have been. I feel like I have a hair stuck on my face. I did. I had cat hair stuck on my face. I know I had to do that in 2019 a couple of times, but I still was able to grow my channel, and I was really proud of that. This is really exciting for me. 2 of the mentors from Psychic Kids actually commented on my video reviewing the show, and I was really excited. And one of my favorite people from the show, his name is Ryan. He's one of my favorite mentors. I love Perry and I love Ryan. They're my favorites. He was one of the people that commented, and Nick commented, another mentor from the show, commented, and that made me so excited because I really enjoyed the show. I'm hoping for a season 2. Are we gonna get a season 2? Do you know? Let me know. I went to Centralia in 2019, and I absolutely love that video. It was one of my favorite videos that I put out in 2019, and I loved going to Centralia. I thought that it was really just, it was a fun time. It was a great time. It was a great experience. It was an interesting place to go see. I really loved it. I went to a crystal cave with my husband, and that was such a fun experience. I felt like Josh Gates, who I idolize. I love Josh Gates. He's always going to caves, and I love caves. Okay, so some of you guys definitely understand why I'm about to say this. Other people are gonna be like, girl, you are weird. but I got to feed and pet a cow in 2019, and I ended 2019 by feeding and petting a bull as well as other animals. I got to go on New Year's Eve to a farm and I fed farm animals. That sounds so bizarre, but one of my favorite animals are cows. I love cows so much. I always have since I was a little girl. So when I got to feed a cow and pet a cow, I was so excited. It made my life. It made my life. As like crazy as it sounds, I talked about that for so long and I still talk about it. I gave the cow a name. I named her Betty. I felt like she was a Betty of a cow. So yeah, I got to feed and pet a cow and I got to feed and pet a bull. In fact, the bull and I felt like I had a connection with the bull almost, because well, at first he wouldn't come up to me, but then he gradually came up to me and he would not go up to other people, only me. And so I got to feed him, I got to pet him. He let my husband feed him. He didn't really let him pet him, but I got to pet him. I visited West Virginia, which is my favorite place that I've ever visited. I love West Virginia. And I also visited Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg as well. My husband and I really enjoy going there. We make sure we go every year, and we try to go more than once a year if we can. I investigated Eastern State Penitentiary, which had been on my bucket list for years. 4 years. I was so excited to investigate Eastern State. It was a great experience and I had a lot of fun. While I was there, I got to collab with Joey Adventures. So I met Joey and I met her sister and I talked to them all the time. I love them. I love Joey and her sister. Two of the kindest people I ever met. They were so kind. I expanded my paranormal equipment in 2019. I feel like that's such a great thing to be able to do, especially when you're trying to just grow as an investigator. This is one of my favorite things to happen in 2019. I connected so much with my subscribers. I know a lot of you guys by name. If I saw you guys walking, not every one of you, but if I saw a lot of you walking down the street, I would know who you are, and I think that's really cool. So I know like so much about a lot of my subscribers, and I feel like it's actually a friendship. So I finally got my bright red hair. I'm like debating if I should go back to red or if I should just go dye it brown again. Or black, or whatever you want to call it. Brown, black. I wanted bright red hair for years, since I was in high school, and I didn't want to bleach my whole head. I did have bright red hair for a few years in high school that I achieved with hair dye. They stopped making that hair dye, and I never found anything that dyed my hair bright again. At the end of summer, beginning of fall, I was able to dye my hair red. I found a hair dye that dyed dark hair. And it took me like 4 bottles, but I got it bright red. It lasted for a couple of months, and it's just completely faded. It was really hard to upkeep. So I've always kind of wanted to play Ouija. It's always been something that's been very frowned upon in my religion. I grew up Christian, and my mother would kill me if she even knew. She probably would kill me. I'm an adult, but she probably would kill me. She always told me it was evil, never to play. And maybe I'll do a video about my beliefs in with Ouija, if I believe in it or not, but I always viewed it as a game and I always wanted to play it, so I did get to play it this year. So this was really, really exciting. I found the lost footage from the orphanage investigation that I conducted with Michael Scott in Gettysburg. That was a great investigation, and I was so bummed when I lost footage from it, but when I found it, it was super exciting, and I got to edit it, and I found some great stuff, so it was not a letdown at all. I went to Jim Thorpe for the fall festival. It is the fall foliage festival. Now, Jim Thorpe is my favorite place in Pennsylvania. I highly recommend, if you are in PA, if you can, get to Jim Thorpe. It's beautiful and it's just an amazing little town. It's in the mountains. I love the mountains, and I love the fall, but I never get to do a lot of the fall things I want to do. Because I was getting IVIG, I was able to go to this fall festival and I didn't get sick. Normally, when I'm around that many people, I get sick. There's no exception, I always get sick. And I went to this fall festival, I was around hundreds of people, and I came back and I felt fine, and I had a great time. I went to a drive-in theater, I saw It Chapter 2, and I had a ball there. I loved it. It was such a cute setting. I'm definitely going to go back in 2020, and I've always wanted to go to a drive-in theater since I was a little kid, since watching Grease. I had a video reach almost 15,000 views this year. This was really exciting for me because I worked hard on the video, I researched a lot for the video. Reaching 15 or almost 15,000 views in 2019 was major for me for my first, it's the first time a video reached almost that many views for me. So I'm ending this on by far the best thing that has happened to me in 2019, and that was reaching remission. I did not think that I was going to get through my treatments at times. It was the hardest thing I ever did. It was so much harder the second time around. If you don't know, I did Rituxan, which is a cancer drug, and I completed it for Evans syndrome. And when I first did Rituxan, which was 8 or 9 years ago, it was hard. It was so hard, but doing it now a second time and at 28 was the hardest thing I ever did. It was the hardest thing I ever accomplished, and I am really proud to say that I went through all of it and I am in remission, and it is by far the best thing that happened to me in 2019. I didn't know if I was going to get there, and at times it felt almost impossible, and at times I wanted to give up, and I cried a lot, and I was in a lot of pain. I lost most of my hair, and I had been through hell and back with the treatments. So being in remission, sitting here and saying I feel so good today is so nice, and I'm hoping for my first long-term remission to be considered long-term. It is 5 years, at least 5 years. I've never seen even 3 years of remission, so it would be really nice to get my first long-term remission. Okay, 20 things that I want for 2020 or am looking forward to happening in 2020. So the first thing is I'm looking forward to celebrating my 3rd wedding anniversary. I'm also looking forward to celebrating my 29th birthday. I know a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, 29 so close to 30. But when I make it to 30, I'm celebrating my 30th birthday. Like, I'm having a celebration because not everyone makes it to 30, and I think it's a great number. So when it comes to my birthday this year, I'm really happy, especially considering what I went through in 2019 and not knowing if I was going to get through it at times. 29 sounds really great to me. I really want to expand my YouTube channel even more this year. I'm really proud for how far I came. I'm still a really small channel, but I would love to expand it even more. I'm looking forward to a summer of remission. I think it will be great. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'll get to do things that I normally don't get to do. I really want to dive into my writing this year. I love writing, and I feel like I ended 2019 writing more, and I want to enter 2020 writing more. I also want to investigate more. I didn't get to investigate as much as I wanted to in 2019 due to health reasons, but I'm looking forward to investigating in 2020, and I have some awesome locations with some awesome people that are in the works, and I'm really excited about that. I want to expand my knowledge of the paranormal in 2020. I think it's always important. We're always continuing to learn. I say this all the time. I'm a broken record, but we're always continuing to learn, and I want to continue that in 2020. I think it's really important if you want to be a good investigator to expand your knowledge. In 2020, I want to spend a lot of time with family. I'm very family oriented, and while I always spend a lot of time with family, I want to spend even more in 2020. I want to make donating to charities a priority in 2020, so I know I'm not the wealthiest person and medical bills are expensive. I do want to prioritize charity though. So one thing that I'm doing already is I'm collecting donations for a kind of local animal shelter. It's not too local, but they help me out with Salem. Salem is the feral cat that I take care of. They fixed her for me. They gave her all her shots. They did a lot for her. Her paw was broken. They really took care of her for me, and then they gave her back to me for free. Like, they released her to me for free. Salem is considered feral, and she does live outside, but I provide shelter and I feed her. So the wind is getting bad. So they're my first charity that I'm donating to in 2020. I'm actually asking people, instead of buying me a birthday gift this year, my birthday is coming up. It's on the 14th of January. So instead of buying me a birthday gift, I want people to buy donations, or if they have like old blankets that they don't want lying around to give them to me. I will wash them and I'm going to donate to this local non-kill shelter that helps sale them out. I highly recommend, if you love animals and if you want to do something for charity with them, is like look into your local shelters and try to find a shelter that needs some donations, and you'd be surprised how cheap it is to donate to these places. We are celebrating Lacey's 6th adoption anniversary this year. Lacey's behind me. I celebrate her adoption anniversary every year. Some people think it's weird. I don't care. I love her. I don't get why people think it's weird when I do these things with my dog, because at least she's being well taken care of and I'm treating her well. I want to continue to spread awareness for the diseases that I do have. I have Evans syndrome, which is ITP and hemolytic anemia combined. This is a mouthful, but get ready. Hypogammaglobulinemia, and I have hemophilia. Mild factor 9 deficiency is the official term for it. It's the type of hemophilia that I have. And I know I'm a girl, but hashtag women bleed too. I want to continue to spread awareness. I think it's very important. And a few people have told me that they have donated blood or blood products because of me. If you donate blood, you can save up to 3 lives. So if you guys can donate blood, that is amazing. You could do it for a birthday gift for me if you would like. Donate blood, platelets, antibodies, anything under that umbrella. That would mean the world to me and many, many other people who get these treatments. And it's just really important. There's also a huge IVIG shortage, and IVIG is intravenous immunoglobulin. You can donate for that. So it's really important. And if you donate blood because of me, please let me know, because I would like to thank you. I want to go rock climbing in 2020. It is on my bucket list, and now that I'm in remission, I am able to do that. I definitely am looking forward to doing it in the warmer months, so like spring, summerish. My sister is going to go rock climbing with me. I love hiking, and for a while I could not hike because of my platelets being so low. So I'm really looking forward to hiking a lot. I've already went on a few hiking trips, but the more hiking trips I can go on, the happier I am. I adore hiking. It really just is one of my favorite things to do. I'm looking forward to camping this year. I haven't been in a few years, and camping is one of my favorite things to do as well. I'm really looking forward to taking a break from IVIG. I have 2 more infusions to go. I had the option where I could do IVIG throughout the year, but seeing as in the spring and summer, I feel a little bit better. I don't get sick as much in the spring or summer. I didn't want to do it all year round. For more than one reason. I didn't want to do it all around because of me. It's not fun to get an infusion. And I also don't need it as much as some other people need it. So why take up those infusions? You know what I mean? Where someone else may really need that infusion and I'm getting it, and it's kind of like, well, I could do without it right now. I only have 2 more to go. We're doing it in the fall, and we were doing it in the fall and the winter because I am constantly sick throughout the fall and the winter. I go to the hospital a lot. I get really ill, like chronically ill, and it is very debilitating. But in the spring and summer, I'm lucky enough where I don't get sick as much and I can take that break from IVIG. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going back to Gettysburg this year. I'm not sure when I'm going to be going back, but I know I will be going back again sometime this year. And on that same note, I'm really looking forward to going back to West Virginia again because I love it there. I want to network more, and when I say network, if I network for career purposes, that's great, but I also want to network more for paranormal purposes. I want to meet more people who share that interest because I don't have many people that do. In my life, I have my best friend Natasha, but she is a mom now, and she wants me to bring her baby along these trips, and I just don't really agree with that. So it's not really easy for us to investigate. She doesn't have a babysitter. So I'm looking forward to meeting up with people and investigating more and meeting new people. So this is a little weird one, but I'm really looking forward to decluttering in 2020. So I already started decluttering a little bit, and I did film a video decluttering my makeup, because the last time I decluttered my makeup, I did post a picture on Instagram, and people had been telling me, like, I really wish you filmed this, and people were writing me like, oh, next time you declutter, can you film it, because I love declutter videos. So I filmed that, and I also filmed a declutter video a while ago that I never uploaded that I'm going to, which is kind of like a miscellaneous declutter. So those will be going up sometime, I just don't know when. But I'm looking forward to decluttering and just making more space and feeling good about my house. So in 2020, I'm looking forward to having a lot of positivity. I'm really hoping this is going to be a positive year, and I'm going to try to get myself in a very positive mindset, and I want to spread positivity to other people. 2020 to be a great year for me, especially considering that I'm actually in remission, and hopefully we'll be in remission for a while. I know this was a long video, so if you stuck to the end, thank you so much for watching. I just kind of wanted to kickstart my channel with a positive, happy video and talking about really great things that happened to me and things that I'm looking forward to. Let me know what you're looking forward to happening in 2020, and let me know what the best thing that happened to you was in 2019.